Hey, super second graders. Today we're going to continue working on SOL 2.14, which is probability, but we're going to do something a little bit different. I want you to think back to the beginning of the week when I showed you something that I have in my house. This giant bag of candy. So I don't feel comfortable having this giant bag of candy around me because I'm so scared that I will eat all of it. So what I decided to do was take the candy in here and put it into smaller bags to keep me from eating the whole bag. So took two smaller bags and I decided that I was gonna keep one for myself and give one to my children. Now, I don't know if you remember, but my favorite flavors are the red ones. So if I were to look at these two bags, I see that this one has a lot of green and yellow and orange and blue, and there's a couple reds in it. If I look at this bag, I also see green and yellow and blue and an orange, but mostly this bag is filled with red. There is a lot of red in here. So if I reached my hand into this bag, I would be way more likely to pull out a red piece of candy than any other color. If I reached into this bag, not so much. So I want my chances of pulling a red to be more likely. So I decided that I'm going to give this bag to my children and keep this one for myself. Let's check out our learning target for today. Our learning target is using colored counters, I can predict possible outcomes when an experiment is repeated. Let's just do a quick review before we start. So we have used colored spinners, numbered spinners, and jelly beans to practice probability. As you remember, this is a color spinner that I created and you created one as well. And this color spinner showed us that we were more likely to land on red and less likely to land on blue or yellow. We also created a number spinner, and this number spinner has 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2. So this number spinner showed me that I was much less likely to land on 3 because there is only one 3, and that I'm more likely to land on 2 because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. We also looked at a set of jelly beans, and if you remember from this set, only one is green, so I am much less likely to pick a green jelly bean than any other color. Today, we are going to practice probability using various counters. So let's check this out. This says, "Hi, I am Mr. Chance. This bag is full of colored tiles. There are red, green, pink, and blue tiles. My favorite color is green, so I hope I pick a green one. But I don't know what my chances are. I wonder how many of each tile are in his bag." We get to see. Let's take a look at the tiles that are in this bag. What do you think the probability of Mr. Chance pulling a green tile might be? Look closely at all of the tiles in the bag. So look at the tiles in the bag and give yourself a minute to think, I wonder what his chances of pulling a green tile would be. That's his favorite color, he said, so you know he wants to pull that one. Out of 11 tiles, 7 of them are green. So he is more likely to pull a green tile if he reaches his hand into that bag. Lucky Mr. Chance. But what if we wanted to repeat our experiment and keep track of our data? Because keeping track of our data will help us make predictions about possible outcomes. And one way we can do this is using a table or a tally chart. Now, when we use the color spinner on the NCTM website, we used a table to keep track of what our spinner landed on. Today, we're going to use a tally chart. So if Mr. Chance reached into his bag 10 times and pulled out a tile, here is what his results were. Twice he pulled out a red. 5 times he pulled out a green. 2 times he pulled out a blue. And only once he pulled out a pink. Well, that makes sense if you think about the tiles in his bag, because most of the tiles in his bag were green. And most of the time he picked out a green tile. So today for our practice set, we are going to repeat an experiment like Mr. Chance did. And all you will need is a piece of scrap paper and something to write with. On your scrap paper, you're going to draw a tally chart like the one below. So you need the color and the times picked. Those are your 2 categories, and then your colors are red, blue, and green. So take a minute to create your tally chart, and then you'll see what we're going to do with it. All right, hopefully you all have your tally chart drawn. It can look similar to mine and be on any piece of paper. And now we get to do our practice set. For our practice set, we are going to do something similar to what Mr. Chance did. We are going to repeat an experiment several times by using a bag and some colored counters. So I'm going to put the colored counters in here. Watch very carefully. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 red counters in. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 green counters in. And I'm going to put 10 blue counters in. So here's some blue, some more blue, some more blue, more blue, more blue, more blue. And then I'm going to close the bag and I'm going to shake it up good. And while I'm shaking it, I want you to think of which color I am more likely to pick, which color I am less likely to pick. Now, I'm not going to pick a yellow because that's going to be impossible because there's no yellows in here. So that's not going to be. All right, are you ready? Now, each time I pull a counter out, I want you to mark it on your tally chart. I'm not going to do mine yet. I'm going to do mine when I'm done because right now I'm pulling the counters. So you mark it on your tally chart. You've made a prediction about which one I'm more likely to pick. I'm going to choose 10 times. Let's see. All right. First one is red. That's 1 for red. Check it, check it, check it, check it. Next one is blue. All right, mark 1 for blue. Okay, that's 2 times. All right, third time, blue again. So mark another blue. All right, next time, blue again. Oh my gosh. Well, there was 10 blues in there. All right, try it again. For our 5th one is, oh my gosh, blue again. Sheesh. Pick it up, reach in. I'm gonna shake them up good. Okay, and blue again. Ow. Well, that time you should have made a flash. Okay. Blue again. Oh my. Now, I have 3 more chances. Dig deep into this bag. Ah, a green one. Okay, I got a green. 1 green. 2 more chances. Blue again. And my last time, what color is it going to be? It is red. Wow. Okay. So take a minute to make sure that your tally chart is filled out. And I'm going to fill out mine just so that you can check yours and see if yours is the same. Does yours look the same as mine? We pulled 2 red counters, 5, 6, 7 blue counters, and 1 green counter. Does that fit your prediction? Did you predict that we were more likely to pick blue, so we would probably pick blue the most times? Well, we did. And how amazing, there were 4 reds, and the least number that were in the bag were green, and we pulled green the least amount of times. Now, do you think that you could predict if we did it 2 more times what we might pick? I don't know. I bet you could figure out. I bet you might say it might be blue. You guys did an amazing job with probability today. I hope that you can use what we learned and maybe create some probability experiments at home.